Now, I want to move us to our next model in our three-model mixture of experts. Just like ChatGPT, by the way, is a mixture of experts model. The next model I want to use to build is a sentiment analyzer for the crowd, please. Python code that pulls 10 posts by people about the Los Angeles Lakers. It could be from any social media site. Just make sure you don't need to authenticate. And it's free, print out the 10 posts. It's more than likely going to use Reddit. And the reason it's using Reddit is because X's API is too expensive. Sorry, but not sorry. Elon and Reddit is really easy to scrape data off of without paying using the beautiful soup library, which is what you see here. What we're going to do is we're going to pull the last 10 posts on a given team, from Reddit. And then we're going to use GPT 3.5 to summarize all those posts and give us a single output, whether it's positive or negative, whether the crowd feels that a team will win or lose. It's that simple. And if we go back and paste that in, we can see the last 10 posts from Reddit. And now we're going to use GPT 3.5 to summarize this. I'll read out the prompt to you. I want you to summarize all these posts and output a single word, positive or negative, by giving me the aggregate of the sentiment of how people feel, and given that it's going to output a single word, positive. Great. So that's our fan sentiment analyzer, and we can continually add post 10, 23,040 posts to this, as many as we'd like. We are now going to move to our video replay analyzer. Now I'm really excited to show you how this works. So is there an API where I can pull free short highlight video clips from sports matches like the NBA? Please show me an example in Python that pulls the last 10 highlight video clips from NBA matches on YouTube and saves the first one as an MP4 file. So it's going to use the YouTube API to pull those videos for us. And then we're going to download them using PTube. So we're going to go to YouTube and sign up for the API. And the way we get that is it's called the YouTube Data API, and it is in Google Cloud. And once we go this, we're going to go to our dashboard and Google Cloud and enable the YouTube Data API, and that's going to allow us access to our API, which we'll paste back into our Python code. And that's going to give us the last 10 highlight games for the NBA. Now we're going to pass the game. So it only gives us one video for the team that we're trying to pick in question. And once we have that video, we're going to use PTube to download it. Anthony coming from the left elbow to the top. Now GPT for vision is a multimodal model. It is similar to CLIP and other multimodal models before it that were trained on text-image pairs. So it's able to, basically spit out an image if you give it text. And the idea is that it's only meant for images. So how are we supposed to give it videos? Well, I found this amazing post on the OpenAI developer forums where this guy Fussel Dib talked about reading videos with GPT-4. And this guy, by the way, he said he was a bit hesitant for sharing this technique because it'll probably just be copied without crediting anyone, bro. I'm here for you. I'm crediting you right here. Thank you. All right. So this technique is really cool. Basically, the idea is that you take 9 in the first 10 seconds of a video clip. We're going to take 9 different frames split by an interval. Let's say, 1.5 seconds or 1 point around that time each. And then we're going to transcribe that video as well into audio using Whisper. We're going to take those 9 images and convert them into a 3x3 photo grid, kind of like a comic book. And then we're going to narrate that comic book with the text that's transcribed from Whisper. And that is what we feed to GPT-4. And we're basically going to give it one giant prompt where we say, please write a Python script that splits the first 10 seconds of the MP4 into 9 frames, then converts them into a 3x3 photo grid, extracts the first 10 seconds of audio from the clip, and transcribes it using OpenAI's Whisper. Finally, input both the 3x3 photo grid and the transcription into GPT-4 Vision. And here are the Vision docs, and that's going to give us our model, and we can see the way it describes that video right here. It's a long description of the video and what's happening. And this player is winning, and here's the jersey colors that they're wearing and all this stuff. And we're going to add this prompt. So instead of giving us a description, it's just going to output a single binary output, win or lose, positive or negative, for a given team that we're going to focus on. And the last step here is to build a web app. We want to deploy this to the web. So we're going to go back to ChatGPT. We're going to ask it to build us a basic Python. Hello, World Web App, and show me how to deploy it in fly.io. And the way it's going to work is it's going to use Flask, which is a Python package to build web apps with in pure Python. And we can see it at local hosts here that it's running. It's going to spit back, hello world. And instead of hello world, We want to paste in all the Python that we've already typed into Collab into this and give it a single endpoint where it says, at this endpoint, whatever two teams you give, it's going to return the winning team. It's kind of like an API. And now to deploy to the web, we're going to use fly.io. And the way to do that is to install the flyctl command, which lets us deploy it to fly.ao. Then it's going to take a while, and then it's going to be hosted at a website. I can use it at any time. So for Wager GPT, I decided to deploy it as a Telegram bot because I love using Telegram, and it's much easier for me to use on my phone than, say, a web app on the web. So let's now check the results for both bets. I'll see you in 24 hours. All right, now for the moment of truth. The bot made $6,000 of profit from both bets. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support our educational channel, Cash App $shekels coin.